Hello, this is KPB205 Assessment 1 recorded presentation, and I'm Nano. In this presentation, I'm going to identify the short documentary that I've chosen from the list in relation to the documentary mode. The short documentary I've chosen from the list is Election Night. And in this presentation, I will also reflect on the relationship between the documentary mode and the content of the short documentary, the election night, and also the filmmaker style. So to begin with, there are actually six Nichols documentary modes in total. But for election night, so there are only two documentary mode that will apply to the video. So they are observational mode and expository mode. So election night was actually filmed in a real life location, and also in the location there's actually a real event holding. The filmmaker was not able to use any extra light to like make the color and the screen look better because he's not allowed to, and it is a very casual kind of shooting style documentary. The sound is also in sync to the image when we look at the short documentary. There are also interviews in the short documentary. Also, is a voiceover and music mixed at the end of the short documentary. So to begin with, the first element we're looking at is the shooting style. So in the short documentary, the beginning of the video was actually the beginning of the whole event. So the filmmaker actually composed the film continuously, follow back the real life time flow and the event time flow. So at the end of the video, you will see the result of the election. So the filmmaker casually record like anything he can see in that location. The film was only shooted by a camera in an event, and also the way he shoot the event was by handheld and live recorded. And Ortiz and Moya also believe that this shooting style is actually defined as action camera, non-fictional camera, realism camera, and also first personal narration style. So the second element we are looking at is sound. As I mentioned at the beginning, the sound in this video are actually in sync with the real life sound. The sound are also in sync with the image that you can see from the video. And even though there is interviews in the short documentary, but the background music, the background noises and sound are also applied, even though there is a interview holding. And the voiceover and the music mixed at the end was actually more like a conclusion statement. And so there is actually a strong message, or actually the filmmaker was just telling the truth of the result of the election. And then he just mentioned like how this event and how the people end with their maybe what the emotional is, something like that. Interviews are applied in this short documentary. The interview type in this short documentary, the interview type is very casual. People were talking to the camera casually, and people they can even talk to the camera while they're working. So the interview was not interrupting their work and their job. Um, I believe there is no question for the interview because people are actually sharing their thought of the election. When they're talking to camera, they just emotionally um, like explode their emotion to the camera, and then they just sharing what they think about when Donald Trump became the American president. And the interview type is definitely informal. And the interviews, why is it so important that the short documentary has to have a interview? Because interviews are actually a very strong message carriers by different people, so we can listen to different point of views. When we're doing the interview, because there are it's actually an open question to the interviewer in the election night. So people are just sharing their thought. As I said, people are just um, mm, they just say whatever, like anything they came up into their mind. They just are sharing their thought of the result of the election. So I believe this is the end of my presentation. Thank you. And the reference list is at the end of the PowerPoint. Thank you.